Hey friends, welcome or welcome back to the channel. It's Vanessa here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know it's been a minute since I last posted, but I'm back now. Today's tutorial, we are going to be making this lovely beaded bow bag. It's so simple and easy to make. Just make sure that you don't skip any parts. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure you subscribe, turn on notification bell, like the video if you do like it. For my old subscribers, thank you guys so much, and without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. For the materials, you're going to need 10mm round beads, and right there I have 8mm flat crystal beads. I'm using a 0.7 fishing line. You're going to need a magnetic lock, chains for the handle of the bag, and here's a little decoration that I have, and a pair of scissors. You could get bag hoops as well. We are going to need that. All right, so to start, we are going to start by building a beaded mat. So to start off a beaded mat, you're going to pick up 4 beads and you're going to cross with the fourth bead like so. Okay, if you do not know how to make a beaded mat, I have a beginner in beads course on the channel. You can just go ahead and click on the playlist and find that beginner in beads course, so you learn how to bead, or if you want to show someone who wants to learn how to bead. Making it is a 4 by 30 beaded mat. So I'm starting off with 3 rows. So as you can see, that is 3. Okay, that is 1 2 3. Then to make the fourth row, which is going to be the ending of the fourth row and the starting of the next row. Okay, this is row number 1. Okay, I just put 3 beads into 1 fishing line, then and I crossed, and as you can see, the fishing lines are facing side by side, one at the top, one at the bottom. And the one which is at the top, which is the fishing line on my right, I'm picking up 3 beads again. This is called like the second turning bead. Yeah, so I just picked up 3 beads and I crossed with the third bead, and that has started row number 2. So right now we have a 4 by 2 mat. So now that we have 4 by 2, we need to make 4 by 30. So I'm just inserting my fishing line into the following bead. I'm going to pick up 2 beads and I'm going to cross. So this is the normal bead, a mat. This is building a beaded mat. It's like the foundation of most beaded bags. About, let me say, 95% of most of beaded bags usually start like this. Not all of them, but 95%. Okay, so I'm just finishing off the second row, picking up 2 beads and crossing. Then I am going to start the third row by picking up 3 beads with a fishing line on my right, and then I am going to cross with the third bead. So like I said, it's the basic matting method. If you don't know how to do the matting method, please check the beginner in beads playlist. It is in order of how you want to learn how to bead. So there is how to make a mat there. Okay, so this is just like a basic thing that I don't really feel the need to explain in every tutorial. It's more of like an intermediate type of thing. Okay, so this is how it looks like when you do a 4 by 30 strip, and you're going to go ahead and make 2 of these strips. You get what I mean? Make 2 of these 4 by 30 strips. You can pause the video and count for yourself to see. Right, we're going to start working on 1 strip right now. By the way guys, at the end of this video I'm going to have an announcement for the channel, so please make sure you stay tuned to the end. I have an announcement for the channel, so please do not skip that part. Okay, now we are going to bring in the 8mm. We started off with the 10mm. I'm going to bring in the 8mm. Basically you want beads that are 2 sizes down. You see 10, and I'm using 8mm. If you're doing this with a 12, you're going to use a 10mm. Yeah, so I'm doing the normal beading method again. So I started the row by picking up 3 of the crystal beads, crossing with the third. I apologize for any noise you hear in the background. And then I'm just doing the normal beading method. Insert the fishing line into the next or the following bead. You pick up 2 beads and cross. Then you're just going to keep picking up 2 beads and crossing, and make sure you pull your project very firm in this part, because we do want it at this point to scrunch up. Okay, this is what is going to give that bow tie filling thingy. As you can see in that previous row, I made a mistake. Instead of picking up 2 beads, I picked up 3. Okay, so you're supposed to be picking up 2 when you're in the middle of your project. You pick up 2. I went back and corrected it. Yeah, so just do that until you get to the end. And here I am at the end of the row. Some of the fishing line showing. That is fine. I did try to pull mine as much as I could, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm just finishing the row right now, and I'm picking up 2 beads, and I'm going to cross with the second bead right there. I'm about to make a turn. Basically, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to repeat that row again. So right now I'm going to start row number, this should be row number 6, but it is row number 2 for the crystal beads. Yeah, I'm going to start off by picking up 3 beads, and I'm going to be crossing with the third bead. See, I'm barely I'm just trying to keep the short fishing line. Okay, I just want to show you guys before I cut it off. But you pick up 3 beads and cross. After you've done your turn, insert your fishing line into the following bead, pick up 2 beads, and you're going to cross with the second bead, and you're going to continue like the regular beading method. This is going to be the second row. Okay, so we're just going to do this until we get to the end. As you can see, it is scrunching up. We want it to do that. Okay, we want it to scrunch up as much as we can get it. Yeah, all right, so I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Now you can do 2 rows, you can do 3 rows. It just depends on how thick you want the band or the middle part of your bag to be. Okay, you can do 2, you can do 3, you can do 1. Okay, in my case I switched it up from 2 to 3 because I wanted the band to be a bit thicker. So I did 3 rows on each side. Then I'm going to be doing the joining, and that is going to make, if we have 3 on the left, 3 on the right, that's 6. The joining is going to be 7, so you need 7 crystal rows. Yeah, you're going to pick up 1 bead, insert into the corresponding bead on the other side, pick up 1 bead again and join. This is regular mat joining. Okay, if you do not know how to join beaded bags, you can check out the beginner bits video. But basically what I'm doing, I'm just going to explain it. I'm inserting my fishing line into the corresponding bead on the left and right part of the bag, and I'm picking up 1 bead and I'm crossing, picking up 1 bead and I'm crossing. Yeah, pick up 1 bead, I'm crossing right there. I'm going to insert my fishing line into the bead on the right, bead on the left. Then I'm going to pick up 1 bead and cross. I just zoomed in so you guys can see it even more clearly. Insert your fishing line into the next bead or the following bead on the right. Next fishing line again into the following bead or the corresponding bead on the left. Make sure that the beads are matching. Then you're just going to pick up 1 crystal bead to cross. Okay, so you're just going to do this until we get to the end. Okay, now if you're done with joining everything, this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, this is how your bag is supposed to be looking like, all nice and scrunched up. By the way, this entire mat makes up the body and the lid of the bag. This is the body and the lid, so it's like a straight rectangle, and that straight rectangle consists of the body and the lid or the cover of the bag. So I just finished up by putting in 1 bead at the bottom, then make sure both fishing lines met in one place, and then I just tied and cut off all the excess fishing line. Right, we're on to the next step of the bag, which is building or closing up the sides. And I am just measuring because I like, and I know you guys like to put your phones in your bags here. So I decided to count 9 for the corner. We're going to have 9 for the corner, 3 for the base, and 9 for the other corner. If we have 9 plus 9, that is 18, plus 3, 19, 20, 21, and whatever is left is for the lid of the bag. Yeah, so I started from the bottom. I insert my fishing line into the 9th bead and the first bead for the bottom, and I'm just picking up 2 beads. Since my fishing line is attached to 2 beads, I'm going to pick up 2 beads again to cross. That is going to complete 4 beads for the crossing here, and I'm inserting it in the fishing line which is on my right hand, or the fishing line which is attached to the side. So I'm inserting my fishing line into the following bead. Remember, the base is 3, so I'm inserting my fishing line into the following bead. That is the second bead of the bottom, picking up 2 beads, and I'm crossing with the second bead. Please, if you do not understand anything, ask me a question in the comment section or DM me on Instagram with photographs of what you're doing or a video of what you're doing, and I'm going to explain to you how you should go about it. Okay, Now I'm inserting my fishing line into the following bead of the bottom. That's the third bead of the bottom. Now I'm inserting it again into the first bead at the bottom of the side. Okay, then now my fishing line is attached to 3 beads. I'm going to pick up 1 bead and I'm going to cross. Now this is what it's looking like. Okay, now I'm just going to insert my fishing line into the second bead of the side. Okay, pick up 2 beads with that same fishing line and I'm going to cross with the second bead, just like so. Regular matting, that's what we're doing to build up the corners of the bag. Okay, the bigger side of the bag I usually just call it the side, then this other side I call it the corners. Right, so insert your fishing line to the following bead right there, pick up 2 beads and you're going to cross with the second bead. Insert your fishing line again into the following bead from the corner and into the next bead from the side. Then you pick up 1 bead and you're going to cross with that 1 bead. Okay, so this is the pattern that we're going to make to build like the entire bag. Okay, insert your fishing line into the following bead from the side. This right here is the third bead of the side, so we are left with 6 for the sides. Pick up 2 beads with that same fishing line and then you're going to cross with the second bead right there. Then you're going to continue this pattern until you get to the very top of the bag. Okay, when you're done with with all of the sides of the bag. Now when you get to the end, you're just going to insert your fishing line into the bead at the corner. Then you're going to pick up 1 bead and make sure both fishing lines are in the same place. I'm inserting it into the last bead at the corner to make sure that both my fishing lines are in the same place, and I'm just going to tie it and I'm going to tuck in the excess fishing line. Like I said, you can customize this bag any way that you want. Instead of doing 30 by 4 by 30 rows, you can go ahead and do 5 by 30 or more. You can customize it any way you want. So you're just going to repeat this on the other side as well. And when you do repeat it, this is what it should look like. So this is the corner of the bag. That's how it's looking like. And I just want to make sure that a phone can get in. This is my phone. This is just another phone that I have, and as you can see, the bag looks small, but that's a very big phone. It can get in as well. So yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. Now the next thing we're going to do is to attach the magnetic lock to this bag, and to do that I just counted from the middle part, like that's the joining part. I counted 4 beads and downwards, and I inserted like the thicker part of the magnetic lock there. And I have tutorials on how to attach magnetic locks to beaded bag, so I'll leave the link in the description box. But basically I'm taking a medium length fishing line, if I should say so, and then I am going to insert it from back to front, and then I am simply going to go and put that fishing line, one end of that fishing line, I'm going to insert it into the bead that its hole is facing either up to down. Okay, from that you can insert the fishing line from either up or down. I'm going to make sure the fishing line, they meet in one place. Okay, so I'm just inserting one end of the fishing line, then I'm going to tie it. Then I'm going to move the same fishing line. Remember, we're working with 4 beads. I'm going to move it into the fishing line, into the beads from left to right. That moves from left to right. I don't know if I'm making sense. One end of the fishing line is going to go into a bead that moves left to right. The other end is going to go back into that bead that went up to down. Then it's going to go into the next bead that goes left to right. So right here, both fishing lines are on beads moving with holes that are from left to right. Okay, I'm just trying to zoom in so you guys can see. This is the second fishing line, and it is in a bead moving from left to right. That's the placement of the bead, its hole. You insert the fishing line from left to right or from right to left. Now when both fishing lines are in those beads moving from left to right, I'm going to take the fishing line at the top, insert it into the hole at the top, the fishing line at the bottom, insert into the other hole at the bottom. Then I'm going to take one end of the fishing line, or one of the fishing lines. For example, I use the one at the top in this case, and then I inserted it into the bead that goes from top to bottom, and this is just so both fishing lines meet in one place. Then I'm just going to tie it So it's that simple to attach a magnetic lock like this, okay? The tutorial I have on the channel is a different style of magnetic lock, but it would still work, okay? So this is what it's looking like. It is well attached, it's nice and firm. So right here I'm just going to tuck in all the excess fishing line, and then I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to repeat the same process for the top part of the magnetic lock. I'm going to show you guys in a second. Okay, so this is what the thicker part of the magnetic lock looks like. You're just going to repeat the exact same thing when you're doing the smaller magnetic lock. In this case, I did it on the third row of the lid of the cover of the bag, okay? So repeat the same thing that I did for the bigger magnetic lock. It's literally the same process. So go ahead and insert it back to front into the third row, the middle of the third row of the lid of the bag, and I'm going to meet you guys when you're done. I hope you guys are liking the tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, or send me a video or picture of what you're doing to my Instagram or TikTok. The link will be in the description box so we can go through like the process and corrections. If you haven't subscribed to the channel at this point, please do subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and like this video if you do like it. So let's just get back to the video. So our magnetic lock is done, and I'm about to do something very optional. I had this applique that I thought would be a good idea to put on the bag. Like I said, this is optional. I just like adding applique thingies. You could use a chain. You could literally use an applique from an old bag, regular bag that you have. It all depends on you. I have an in-depth tutorial on how to attach appliques to your bag, appliques like this. Yeah, so I just inserted my fishing line at the edge, then picked up 2 beads, crossed, then inserted my fishing line into the applique, picked up 2 beads, then I'm going to insert it into that very big 10mm right there, just to make sure both fishing lines meet, and then I am going to tie it, and that is it. Like I said, this is optional. You don't need to put anything on your bag at all, okay? I just like doing random stuff like this. By the way, did I mention that this is a good party bag or for like a bride for her wedding, because it has this wonderful iridescent colors, especially the 10mm bead. It has this wonderful, and it's a white-ish type of bag. For wedding guests, you can use it as well. For a party, casual, you're going to see a little bit of how I'm holding it or styling it like a purse or a handbag at the end of this video, so make sure you check it out. I'll leave the tutorial for attaching the applique down in the description box as well. Now the next part is the handle. Now, using a chain as a handle is optional. I just like the way it looked. You can make a long strap for a beaded handle. That one will work as well. In my case, I just cut some fishing line. I always end up using nail clips for my projects because my scissors always gets missing some way somehow. And I'm just creating like a long attachment, if I should say, of beads at the corner because the chain seemed short and I wanted it to function as a shoulder bag as well. I've got very thin shoulders, so yeah, I needed it a little bit wider. So I just did 3 rows, or like just to lengthen it. So I just did 3 rows. That's just me measuring it to make sure that it's nice and long. Then I just grabbed these loops, these rings, and I inserted it on the third, basically in between the third row. So you just pick up all 3 beads and put them on one end of the fishing line, and then I'm going to insert the hoop as well. This is where the chain is going to go, basically. Insert the hoop, and then I just tied it, okay, to secure it. Then I tucked in all the excess fishing line. Now this is what yours should be looking like. Go ahead and tuck in all the excess fishing line and repeat the exact same thing on the other side as well. So usually my hoops that I use for my bag are like keychain ones, so I can easily slip stuff through. So I use the same for this one. So I'm just opening it up and I'm going to slip the bag chain into it like so, and I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. And just like that, your bag is done. This is how your bag should look like. Nice and cute. Of course, you can customize it, make it bigger like I said. Our magnetic button works just fine as well, and we already did the foam test. So before I show you guys like the styling options, this is the announcement that I had for the channel. See ya. Hey friends, I know it's been a moment since I've been on the channel. I apologize, I haven't been giving any updates or replying to any comments, but I promise there's been a reason, spiritual reason. Right, this is our bag right here, and before we end this video, I have a few announcements that I want to make for this channel. I have been trying to strengthen my relationship with God, so I had to kind of sort of give up on posting on the channel. Yeah, the second announcement is that I'm going to be changing the name of the channel to just my name, Vanessa Crochets. I'm not into business like that. My business name is scrapped. Okay, that business doesn't exist anymore. But if you would like to purchase anything that I make, you can send me a DM on Instagram or on TikTok, and I am going to be selling only the stuff I make for tutorials. I hope that makes sense. I'm doing the same thing for my crochet channel. So if you do want something, I'm not going to be taking any orders. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be taking any orders. I'm sorry. Okay. I will be selling what I make. I'll be making these tutorials. Then I'm thinking of making digital patterns for those who like to keep like a paper version of the patterns. I'm going to be making digital patterns as well. You're going to find that on my Etsy shop, Coffee or Ravelry, wherever you upload digital patterns. I'll leave the links down in the description box as well. So yeah, this is a cute, lovely bag, you see. Yeah, so that's everything for the announcement. So the name of the channel is changing, the business thingy. I don't know if I'm going to come back to business. I'm not sure yet, but that's what we're doing for now. So it's just going to be called Vanessa Beads. I did the same on my crochet channel. It's just called Vanessa Crochets. Then my old Instagram and TikTok, I'm not going to be using them as well because those were the official business channels. I have created new ones and it just has my name on it. Yeah, so those are the ones I'm going to be using. So go ahead and click the links and follow me on there and DM me with those on those, you know, TikTok and Instagram accounts. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to announce. I hope you guys are fine. Another thing which is literally the most important thing, and I'm putting it last, is that I am going to be a very strong advocate with a strong ambassador for Jesus. So I'm going to be advising you guys to pray a lot on this channel, read the Bible a lot on this channel. If you have any questions, you ask me in the comment section or DM me privately. I am doing my work right now according to Exodus chapter 35 verse 31 to 35. Yeah, I'll put it, I don't know how, but basically it's a chapter where it's talking about creatives here, and it says that this guy, I'll put the scripture on the screen, they, like, God gave them all the understanding, the wisdom to be able to teach people. So it's the teach people part. I was literally reading like the whole Bible, and this whole part stuck out to me, and I decided to build my creativity on the grounds of that scripture. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing everything, whether it's artistic or whatever, whether it's in tutorials. I'm doing it all for the glory of God right now. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to say. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are fine. If you're not, I'll advise you that you should take it to God in prayer. Okay, take it to Him in prayer. He's the one who created you. He knows how to deal with whatever you're dealing with. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.